These bonds help small, emerging firms gain access to contracting opportunities in the commercial and government markets. As many of you know, when the economic downturn occurred a few years ago, construction was one of the hardest hit sectors. In spite of the downturn, however, the SBA bond guaranteed the authority to temporarily increase the surety bond contracting program to $5 million, as you've heard from some of the other panelists. This change was well received by the surety industry and small business community, and we noticed a significant uptick in bond volume. The Recovery Act infused new life into the surety bond program, as seen by the increase in program activity in fiscal year 2010. The total number of bonds guaranteed that year represented a 36% increase over the prior year. In fiscal year 2010, SBA guaranteed a total of 8,348 bonds, representing a contract value of $4 billion. Building on that success, the SBA has continued to make outreach and awareness of the surety bond program a priority. We've been working closely with our local district offices and industry partners to let small businesses know that they can take advantage of our program. We have also been listening closely to our industry partners and small businesses on how we can make the program better and more accessible to a greater number of firms. Recently, we developed an automated tool to complement the electronic bond guarantee application, which we implemented a few years ago. Surety companies, agents, and small businesses can now upload a variety of underwriting documents and transmit them electronically to our field offices. This makes the processing time faster and reduces compliance costs. This week, we published in the Federal Register a proposed rule that would adopt streamlined application process for any bond guarantee on a contract valued up to $250,000. This new quick application process will reduce paperwork requirements for smaller contracts. As a result, small businesses and surety agents will navigate the bond application process more easily, and cycle times between application and approval will be compressed. We are not stopping there, however. In addition to other agencies in the administration, the SBA has been tasked with undertaking a full review of our current regulations. In response to industry concerns that certain requirements imposed on surety companies are no longer consistent with industry best practices, our office is trying to update, streamline, and simplify the surety bond regulations. We look forward to working closely with you and your staff on each of those initiatives. I appreciate the opportunity to testify before you today, and I welcome your questions.
Ms. Hewlett, in light of your time, I'm going to speak out of order and ask you the very simple question. Has the SBA taken a formal opinion yet on 3534? Do they have any thoughts on it in general?
We have not taken a formal opinion. Our program, as you know, is only for corporate sureties. We do, however, hear a lot from small businesses and the surety industry, and we'd be happy to talk about what we've learned from those parties with your staff.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And if you need to be excused, unless anybody else has any questions. She has a flight, Mr. West. So.
Well, I can stick around for 10 or so minutes if you'd like.
Mr. Guerin. I'm sorry.
We have questions for the record, so we don't have to do them right now, but we'll direct them to you.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member Chu. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. I, too, got a lot out of the private sector panel. I appreciate the opportunity to listen to their comments before we had a chance to speak. GSA recognizes the important role small businesses play in driving our national economy. We value the new and innovative solutions that small businesses offer to us as we try to meet today's challenges. GSA has aggressive goals for the participation of small businesses, including small disadvantaged women-owned, hub-zone, and service-disabled veteran-owned small businesses. In fact, in 2011, GSA awarded 41% of all contract dollars to small business. This is well above our goal of 27%. And PBS itself obligated more than $1.05 billion, or approximately 39% of our dollars, to small businesses. In addition, despite the huge building modernization program that came through the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, we awarded fully 26% of our construction dollars to small businesses in 2011. Today, I'd like to focus on the role of small businesses in these new construction, major modernization, and repair and alterations projects. As a major public real estate organization, our goal is to maintain a robust inventory that meets the long-term needs of federal agencies. We make investments in this inventory by constructing new buildings and modernizing or repairing existing ones. For each of the last 5 years, our average request for investments in our inventory was nearly $1.4 billion. Unfortunately, in 2011 and 2012, those numbers are a lot lower than the average. There are two ways that PBS seeks to provide small business opportunities in our construction projects. As prime contractors on minor repair and alteration projects and smaller capital program projects, and as subcontractors on our major modernization and new construction projects. Our minor repair and alterations program provides the perfect venue for small businesses. In 2011, the majority of small business construction opportunities were found in our minor repair and alteration program. Whenever possible, GSA provides small businesses with prime contracting opportunities. For example, we recently structured a $46 million Recovery Act modernization project in the Robert Young Federal Building to allow small businesses to participate. We had a small business designer break the contract into 3 pieces, and we were able to award the 3 different parts of that contract to small businesses, and they would not have been able to compete for the project had it been a single project at a much larger dollar amount. As subcontractors, small businesses also have the opportunity to work on large new construction and major modernization projects for GSA. For example, we have a number of small businesses who are assisting us with the construction of the new Department of Homeland Security campus at St. Elizabeth's. About 42% of the total dollar value of contracts for that project is going to small businesses, and about 10% of those businesses are 8A firms. All of the large prime contractors on projects exceeding $1.5 million must have small business plans. These plans and goals are evaluated during the contract selection process, and then they are confirmed after the award. In addition, GSA participates in a mentor-protege program to assist willing prime contractors to mentor small businesses. This program allows smaller firms to team with larger construction contractors. Through this relationship, small businesses can gain more direct experience and better transition into larger projects and contracts. There are a number of opportunities and challenges going forward. We track our prime contractors for progress towards meeting the goals of their small business subcontracting plans. Commonly in large construction contracts, there are many layers of subcontractors. GSA's projects are no different. Progress towards small business goals only count first-tier small business subcontractors. As a result, this creates a challenge in ensuring that the actual dollars awarded to small businesses are accurately reflected. It is generally more cost-effective for us to pursue major modernizations than to maintain our inventory with numerous small-scale repair and alterations projects. But given the current budget environment, we think that the large projects are probably not going to receive much funding, and so there will be a lot of opportunities for small businesses there. Thank you for inviting me to speak with you today. I appreciate the opportunity to discuss GSA's encouraging small business participation on our construction contracts as both prime and subcontractors, and I welcome any questions you have.
Thank you, Mr. Guerin. Ms. Chu.
Ms. Hewlett, do we still have you? 5 minutes, okay. I'll make this quick then. Well, you talked about the increase of the bond guarantee program from $2 million to $5 million as a result of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. And of course, it was a temporary increase and expired in September 2010. Now, you talked about an overall increase of 36% for businesses that applied during that time period. But I wanted to know how many small businesses took advantage of that higher ceiling, the amount that was above $2 million.